Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P1659 indicates an issue with the Electronic Throttle Control System ETCS control relay. This relay is integral to the vehicle's ability to control throttle operation electronically. Situated within the underhood fuse and relay box, the ETCS control relay helps in managing voltage to the throttle actuator, impacting how the car accelerates. If the relay fails or malfunctions, you may experience reduced power or even stalling. It's crucial to correctly diagnose and resolve this issue to ensure vehicle safety and performance. This DTC typically triggers when there is an error within the control relay's functionality, making it an essential factor in ensuring the engine responds optimally. The Electronic Throttle Control System, ETCS, is a modern feature that replaces the traditional mechanical throttle cable systems. Responsible for electronically controlling the opening and closing of the throttle plate, the ETCS enhances responsiveness, efficiency, and emissions control. Its control relay, located inside the underhood fuse and relay box, plays a crucial role in managing the power supply to the throttle actuator. The failure of this relay can lead to serious performance issues, including diminished engine power or erratic acceleration. Furthermore, components like the Engine Control Module, ECM, and Powertrain Control Module, PCM, work in tandem with the ETCS, utilizing data inputs to optimize engine efficiency. Malfunctions here may not just impact acceleration, but could also lead to safety concerns on the road. Diagnosing the cause of DTC P1659 involves examining several components. First, a faulty ETCS control relay itself could be the root of the issue, as it may not operate correctly, disrupting the throttle signal. A blown ETCS fuse could also lead to similar symptoms, interrupting the power supply necessary for the relay to function properly. Additionally, wiring issues such as poor connections, corrosion, or short circuits might affect the communication between the relay, ECM, and other components, ultimately causing the DTC to flag. Understanding these possible causes helps streamline the troubleshooting process, allowing you to target specific areas that may require testing or replacement. When DTC P1659 is active, users may notice significant drivability concerns. One common symptom is reduced engine power, where the vehicle does not respond as expected during acceleration, leading to sluggish performance. Stalling can also occur, especially during acceleration, where a failure to manage the throttle can result in power loss. This could be concerning, particularly in situations such as merging onto highways or navigating congested traffic. Moreover, the check engine light will likely illuminate on the dashboard, signaling the driver that there is a malfunction within the vehicle's engine management system. These symptoms should not be ignored, as they indicate a failure in managing the vehicle's throttle control and may pose safety risks. Begin troubleshooting DTC P1659 by turning the ignition switch to the on position, which powers the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. It's essential to record all freeze data captured at the moment when the malfunction occurred. This information can provide insights into the vehicle's state, helping you understand the underlying issue that triggered the DTC. Additionally, reviewing general troubleshooting information is a critical step. It allows for a systematic approach to pinpointing the malfunction within the ETCS. Always ensure you're working with up-to-date reference materials to enhance the diagnostics process and avoid missing any vital protocols. Using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, clear the DTC from the vehicle's memory. This will reset the system and possibly reveal if the issue is persistent or has been an intermittent fault. After clearing the DTC, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs by connecting the HDS again. This step is crucial as it helps you determine if DTC P1659 reappears after being cleared, signifying a persistent issue that needs addressing. If the P1659 code is present again, you can move forward in your troubleshooting guide. If it does not reappear, it might be an intermittent malfunction caused by poor connections or loose terminals. At this point, it's essential to check if DTC P1659 is indeed indicated after running the aforementioned checks. If it is shown on the HDS, then proceed with the next steps in the diagnosis process. However, if the DTC does not appear, you may be facing an intermittent failure, which indicates that the system appears to be functioning normally at this moment. Intermittent failures can be tricky. They may present themselves sporadically due to a variety of underlying conditions, typically poor connections. You should check for any possible loose terminals or connections at the ETCS control relay and the ECM or PCM, as these could disrupt communication and lead to sporadic issues with the throttle control function. Now, turn the ignition switch to the lock position. This step is pivotal because you want to ensure that you can safely access the underhood fuse and relay box without electrical interference. Once in the lock position, you will need to locate and check the number 18 dBW ETCS 15A fuse situated in the underhood fuse relay box. This fuse plays a crucial role in supplying power to the ETCS system. Should this fuse be blown, it would prevent the entire throttle control system from functioning correctly. Using a multimeter or visual inspection, confirm whether the fuse is intact or has been compromised. The outcome will lead you to the next troubleshooting step. At this point, determine if the number 18 dBW ETCS fuse is okay. If the fuse is intact, it indicates that the circuit supplying power to the ETCS relay is functioning properly, and you can proceed to the next troubleshooting steps. However, if the fuse is blown, this could suggest a short circuit or an overload condition somewhere in the ETCS circuit. You should then go to step 17 for further diagnosis, as replacing the fuse alone may not resolve the underlying issue and could lead to repeated failures. Successfully pinpointing the condition of the fuse is vital in guiding the next steps of troubleshooting. To further investigate the issue with DTC P1659, remove the ETCS control relay from the underhood fuse relay box. This action allows you to test the relay's functionality independently, isolating it from any potential issues that may lie within the fuse box or wiring. Be cautious during this step to avoid damage to any surrounding components. Once the relay is removed, you will be ready to conduct specific tests to ascertain if the relay is operational. It's important to treat this relay as a critical component in the ETCS. Ensuring it is functioning correctly is fundamental in preventing any throttle-related issues from persisting. With the ETCS control relay removed, the next step is to thoroughly test its functionality. You may use a multimeter to measure both resistance and continuity within the relay, enabling you to assess whether it is operational according to factory specifications. A malfunctioning relay will display improper resistance levels or no continuity at all, indicating that it needs to be replaced. If the relay tests out okay, it indicates that the issue likely lies elsewhere in the ETCS system. Ensure that you follow the testing procedures accurately to avoid misdiagnosing a complicated issue. Upon concluding the test, be prepared to either replace the relay if it's faulty, or move to the next troubleshooting step if it's functioning well. Now that you have established the integrity of the ETCS control relay, turn the ignition switch back to the on position. This will power the ECUs and supply voltage to the relay again. Next, measure the voltage between the ETCS control relay 4P connector terminal number 4 and a good body ground. This step is crucial as it determines whether the relay is receiving adequate power. You should use a multimeter for this measurement to confirm if you achieve battery voltage levels. If the voltage reads correctly, it indicates that power is appropriately reaching the relay, allowing you to move on to the next troubleshooting step. If no voltage is detected, further investigation will be necessary to check wiring and connectors for any faults. After completing all necessary repairs in response to DTC P1659, it's crucial to clear the DTC from the memory using the HDS. This step resets the system and removes any malfunction indications from the dashboard. Following the clearing, conduct a test drive to ensure that the vehicle operates normally and that the issue has been resolved. During the test drive, pay attention to any symptoms that were previously reported, checking for any signs of reduced power or throttle control issues. If the DTC does not reappear after the test drive, it suggests that the repair was successful. Remaining vigilant will ensure the reliability and safety of your vehicle moving forward. To prevent DTC P1659 from recurring, regular maintenance is vital. Inspecting fuses periodically can help catch any blown fuses before they disrupt vehicle operations. A visual inspection of electrical connections, especially around the ETCS control relay and ECM, is also prudent. Loose or corroded connections can lead to intermittent faults over time, affecting performance. Ensure that maintenance services are performed as outlined in the vehicle's service manual. Taking proactive steps will not only prolong the life of the ETCS system, but also enhance overall engine performance and reliability, ensuring safe driving for all passengers. In conclusion, dealing with DTC P1659 requires a thorough understanding of the ETCS and its related components. It is essential to address any underlying issues systematically, following established troubleshooting steps to ensure that the problem is properly diagnosed and repaired. Ignoring such DTCs can lead to serious vehicle performance issues, including stalling or reduced throttle response. Regular preventive maintenance practices, like inspecting fuses and connections, can help mitigate the chances of the DTC reoccurring. Engaging in these practices not only fosters vehicle reliability, but also keeps you and your passengers safer on the road. Staying informed and proactive ultimately enhances the driving experience in your Honda Accord. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.